operationally excellent. Your teams execute well. Your numbers look solid on the surface. But beneath the quarterly win, there is a quiet tension you can't ignore. Your competitors are adopting the same strategies as you. Margins are shrinking. Differentiation is fading. And the strategy playbook that builds this company may not be the same one that secures its future. If you're a business leader or a senior executive carrying the weight of knowing your current strategy needs fundamental shift, but you're unsure how to design a new value curve, this message is for you. You might have already tried new initiatives, hired consultants, attended programs on strategy, yet the strategic clarity that you need still seems out of reach. If that is the case, in the next 10 minutes, I will explain why that happens and more importantly, what can you do about it. Hi, I'm Sudhakar Immanuel Prabu, Chief Consultant and Executive Coach at Leadwell. For over the last 25 years, I have worked with leadership teams across more than 50 companies, and I have observed a common pattern. Companies that have strong operational capabilities lack a unified strategic focus. Strategic transformation doesn't happen by simply working harder at what you already do. Strategic transformation happens when leaders learn to direct operational excellence into a clear value-creating strategy, or one that is compelling enough to align the entire organization. I have helped leadership teams develop bold strategies, mobilize the entire company, and start implementing strategy within 90 days. That is a level of speed and discipline this program aims to replicate. Here is my promise. By the end of the 45-day strategic transformation journey, you will have crafted a winning strategy or a specific strategic initiative that is immediately implementable in your organization. A strategy compelling enough that your company wants to fund it because the strategic logic will be undeniable. The demand for visionary business strategists has never been higher. It will only increase more in the coming days and years. Organizations are in real need of strategic leaders. Leaders who can serve as a strategic engine driving the company towards a sustainable, profitable growth. However, if you're like many leaders that I work with, you carry a quiet frustration. You see the competitive landscape is converging and you suspect your organization is operationally excellent but strategically adrift. A well-oiled machine possibly heading in the wrong direction. Through my research and consulting work, I have identified 4 root causes behind this pattern. Let me walk you through each one of them because until you address them, no amount of effort will close this strategy gap. The first problem is strategy fragmentation. Many organizations unintentionally create strategy fragmentations, functional strategies operating in silos, and strategic initiatives often feel like random projects disconnected from the core business. The result is widening gap between strategy and execution, along with a weakened strategic focus. The second problem is framework overload. Having too many frameworks and tools creating confusion and cognitive overload. Teams are generating data-rich analysis and often at times superficial, but that never really translate into impactful strategy. What leaders end up with is drowning in contradictory models and competing priorities instead of making decisive strategic moves. The third problem is a lack of systematic process. Making an ad hoc, random strategic moves without a systematic strategic process leads to conflicting priorities, missed opportunities, and significantly increased risk of business failure. Strategy often becomes a series of reaction rather than a deliberate, proactive path forward. The fourth problem is a strategic capability gap. When uncertainty and complexity are not properly addressed, they breed doubt and second guessing. The result is overanalysis and decision paralysis, and leaders who know where to go but cannot really steer the ship in that direction. Without addressing these four root causes, the window for strategic shift will close, and when it does, turnaround becomes exponentially more painful and difficult. This is not just my observation. A McKinsey research on strategy champions confirm that only 1 in 5 companies have a high quality strategy, and the other 4 are dealing with exactly the kind of dynamics I just described. Here is the most important truth. Business leaders are not remembered for operational metrics. They are remembered for their strategic clarity and the courage to act when it matters the most. The good news is these are capability gaps, not character flaws. They are entirely addressable, and that is exactly what this program is designed to do. Most executive development programs make one of 3 critical mistakes. Understanding why an executive development program is ineffective is essential before you investing your time and resources. The first one is treating strategy as a knowledge, not as a capability. Strategy is fundamentally a way of thinking. Other programs teach strategy as a body of knowledge, a knowledge domain, something you study. But in this program, we aim to shape your mental models, mental maps, build a tacit know-how of how to do strategy, and equip you to strategize with contextual awareness, judgment, foresight, and agility. In this program, you just don't learn about strategy, you actually learn to think strategically and learn to craft winning strategies. The second one is more frameworks leading to more confusion. A common misconception is that mastering 50 plus strategy frameworks result in a better strategy. But in reality, framework overload causes confusion, not clarity. In this program, we concentrate on 2 most powerful strategy frameworks a modern businesses need. One, blue ocean strategy, and second, value-based strategy. Together, they ground your strategy on value creation, value innovation, value capture, and value alignment, delivering outstanding financial results with clear strategic focus. The third one is learning without doing. Developing lasting strategic capabilities doesn't happen by reading books, taking a self-paced online course, or sitting through lectures. In this program, strategy is not just a subject you study, it is a skill you practice with hands-on experience. In Blue Ocean Strategy Simulation, you compete in a fiercely contested market, make strategic decisions under pressure, and experience firsthand what it takes to shift from competing with an industry to creating a new market and new demand. This is as close as you can get to a real world strategic experimentation without a real world risk. We have established that most strategies fail due to 4 root causes. Now let me share 3 insights that you can apply immediately even before you're joining this program and build your strategic capabilities. Number 1, your strategic clarity is your competitive edge. Most business leaders possess strong strategic intuition, but lack a systematic framework that makes that intuition rigorous, repeatable, and convincing to stakeholders. When you present a strategy through a clear lens of value creation, value innovation, value capture, and value alignment, supported by an undeniable strategic logic, you become the trusted strategic authority, not because of your title, because of the quality of your strategic thinking and the quality of the strategy that you present. Second, fewer framework is better strategy. Here is something counterintuitive. Strategic leaders who craft winning strategies use fewer framework, not more. Most framework overload happens because teams are trying to compensate for the lack of strategic clarity. Mastering blue ocean strategy and value-based strategy eliminate this contradiction, generate actionable insights, and lead directly to decisive strategic moves. Leaders who adopt this integrated approach often find that strategic decisions which previously took weeks and months and often years is now become clearer in weeks and days. The third one is compress years of experience into days. In a blue ocean strategy simulation, experience what it takes to compete in a highly competitive market. Uncover strategic moves that open new markets and unlock new demand. And when the competition catches up, lead a strategic revival and demonstrate strategic agility. You will apply the same strategic methodology companies like Apple, Amazon, Tesla, and Tata have used to reshape their industries and adopt these strategic frameworks to your business context. You have a choice when it comes to building your strategic capabilities. Let me clarify 3 options available to you. Option number 1 is that you can rely on the job learning. It works, but it takes years of your time. But it is also depends on getting the right assignment in the right order that builds the kind of a strategic capabilities that you would need. The second choice that you have is that you can invest in a longer academic program. Valuable, but theory without practical application is a luxury busy executives like you rarely have time for. The third option is that you can choose a structured, accelerated executive development program designed and led by an expert that achieves the kind of a strategic transformation you desire in 45 days. Just as a reminder, each month you spend developing your strategic capabilities through a slow and unstructured methods could be months your competitors are reshaping industry boundaries and redesigning competitive landscape around you. This is not just an executive development that I'm offering you. It is a strategic investment with a very clear deliverables to become a visionary business strategist, to lead your business to great financial success and to build a market leadership. This program is designed for busy executives. During the 3-day in-person strategy and innovation bootcamp, you will gain deep understanding of competitive strategy, market creating strategy, growth strategy, and strategic agility and strategic renewal. You will go through the entire strategic life cycle using Blue Ocean Strategy Simulation. Following this, you will engage in a 5-week guided strategy development program, applying the frameworks and tools that you've learned in this program to your real business and crafting a winning strategy. You will also receive a one-on-one executive coaching during this 5-week period, focusing on helping you to leverage your strength and stand out as a visionary business strategist in your organization and in your business context. By the end, you will have developed a winning strategy or a strategic initiative that your company can evaluate it and implement it. A one that will be appealing to your organization because its value proposition will be very clear. The strength of this program comes from a cohort of 20 leaders who possess the right combination of ambition and commitment to strategic leadership excellence. You will learn alongside peers who will challenge your assumptions and sharpen your strategic thinking. This is a kind of transformative strategic learning experience that you can expect from a top-tier global executive development programs. I understand. Choosing the right path to invest your time, effort, and capital in your strategic transformation and building a transformative visionary business strategist capabilities is an important decision, and it should be. That is why I invite you to schedule a strategic capability discovery session with me. Here is what you will gain in the 30 to 45 minute discovery session with me. It is a strategic conversation. You will receive a personalized strategic capability snapshot, an assessment across 4 dimensions that determine how you effectively strategize across different business contexts. You will also walk away with a clear picture of where your strategic capability stands today, what is holding you back, and your strategic blind spots and strategic capability gaps. What kind of a development priorities that will have the right impact on your strategic effectiveness? This is not about sales. This strategic capability discovery session is a private one-on-one strategic conversation about your strategic leadership. I know your time is valuable. That is exactly why this strategic capability discovery session is designed to deliver the immediate and great value for you. If you are considering this program for your leadership team or nominating leaders from your organization, I can also help you build a business case for investing in strategic capability building for your organization that demonstrate a clear ROI. Think about the visionary leaders you admire, the business strategists who transformed entire industries. If you observe them closely, they all have one thing in common. They did not compete harder, they competed differently. They recognized opportunities others overlooked. They have had the frameworks, courage, and the conviction to chase opportunities, to seize opportunities others missed somehow. That is what this 45-day strategic transformation journey aims to help you accomplish. Not just for your company, but also for your legacy as a strategic leader. If this is what you desire, if what I'm talking about is resonating with you, and if you want to become a visionary business strategist, reply to this message. Click the link below to schedule your strategic capability discovery session with me. I look forward to have a meaningful strategic conversation with you.